Good morning. Actually, it's the afternoon, and we are at Rio Salado parking lot area. It's basically a huge dirt lot here. They put up fencing. Yeah, like this fencing. This wasn't here, so this is all new. You know, people maybe try to camp out here at night, so you can't just drive your car in. And you'll definitely see several planes, specifically Southwest. Got a couple line bikes. Well, not bikes, scooters. You know what I mean. And normally a lot of people, you know, they ride those and they walk here. So yeah, all this fencing is new. And this area in general, all this down here, which you're going to see soon, is all like corporate and college in general. Yeah, and it seems like this pond hasn't gone away. You actually can see over here a few scooters in the water. That's unfortunate. But some quick history, not that I know it in depth. This river, basically, that they have, you know, constructed and whatnot, actually the Salt River. I believe I'm pointing east. And you can see this is the park hours, you know, 5 a.m. to midnight, lake hours. You can actually, you can take a boat. I believe you can even take jet skis and whatnot. And I got sidetracked, but yeah, so this area that you see is sort of like dried up, and this is actually some sort of architecture here. Get out of the way. Yeah, this is an extremely long bike path that you can take. I've rode a Lime scooter all the way down to pretty much where I wanted to stop at because it goes pretty far. You can see right here there's some sort of like dam or whatnot. Normally the water is actually falling down, but it's actually not right now. So maybe there's some sort of like preservation going on, but there's a lake, I believe Canyon Lake or something like that, and some other lakes that actually feed all the way down to here to make basically the Tempe Town Lake. And it's quite nice how they, you know, have it set up because it's pretty dry here, and there's a water scarcity problem, even though it doesn't really seem like it, but yeah, that's the truth. And for any of you that have never been to Tempe and want to know about it, specifically Tempe Town Lake, it's a really nice area, especially at night. Some really great shade during this time, this building right here. And they have some more sort of you know, architectural spots that you can you know, look at. This building right here is basically an art center. Not sure if it's free or not, but it's here. There's like a glass building or a glass sort of construction on this other side that I'll show you. It's really nice. And as we get closer here, you can actually see much more in depth here. Yeah, normally there's water like running over this this blockage here, but it's not right now. So that could mean that there's no overflow, and they perhaps use that overflow to, you know, go somewhere else. But yeah, and I always want to know what's at the bottom of this. I think I saw it on TikTok showing what's at the bottom of this this lake here, and it's actually a lot of fish. A lot of fish. I'm not a fisherman, so I'm not exactly sure what the specific fish is, but a ton of them at the bottom, and it looks, for some odd reason, relatively clear at the bottom, but as you can see from up top, it doesn't look like that. So yeah, this is what I was talking about here. You can actually check Google Maps and see, you know, how this river is basically formed and whatnot. Yeah, it's quite a long stream. So yeah, as we go to Mesa, that's more east. There's a giant lake very east of Mesa. Canyon Lake is one of them, and basically like some of that flows through all the way down through Arizona. And we also have the Colorado River, which I believe is west. So, and you have this bridge here. This bridge is really nice at night. You have more history here. this building right here at night is very nice. It's a very beautiful scene. Yeah, this is the most water you're going to see, at least like in the middle of Phoenix. You know, coming from New Jersey, I'm used to, of course, being near the beach, but that's obviously not the case here. It's more so lakes, rivers, creeks, and it's not that many. You actually have to travel a little bit of a distance, except for, like I said, Tempe Town Lake. So like I said, you can rent boats, and you're going to hear planes like every 5 minutes. You have the Mesa Airport, and you also have, like, you know, Phoenix Sky Harbor, which is the closest one. But for those that think it's all desert, it's not. There's green grass. There's a decent amount of luscious trees back here, as you can see. Now, if you look closely, there's a mountain peak right there. I believe that's called Hayden Butte or something like that. I've been wanting to hike that. I can actually see like 2 people at the very peak. I don't have a really good camera to zoom in on that, but if you speak to the lake and it answers back, take notes. And like I said, if you want to take a boat, actually there's boat rentals up ahead. You can also take these. Look at the night sky. Yeah, you're good, man. And we got the good old Metro. See right there, yeah, people in a boat. And you can park over here, but just note that you'll probably have to pay to park. Basically it's like the park mobile thing. Okay, but really you can just park at the other end in the dirt for free. And if you're really desperate to get over here faster, you can just, you know, rent one of these. But it can get costly, about like 40 cents per minute. So just note that. At least that's for Lime. I don't know what the cost is for the other ones. But from that bridge way back there, you can actually take that across and be on this side, which I've done too. And that goes all the way down into like basically a loop, and you can come back this way. So in this area, they sometimes, well, not sometimes, but a lot of times have like events and whatnot. So actually, they have the Ironman set up here, and I'll rent one of these boats, but not today. Just because I don't really feel like being in a boat, at least by myself. Not for scared reasons, but it's just, you know, I feel like this is a family or, you know, romantic sort of thing you can do. So you see a few of those. And you can also go paddle boarding. I believe those are paddle boards. And I've seen people do it, if you really want to know, if you're curious. So 1 hour. I don't know if that's per hour, but yeah. Paddleboarding is not too bad. $20. Single kayaks. You can also rent one of these bikes right here. It's basically like you know, couples, and you know, have like a family here. This reminds me of like basically Wildwood Boardwalk. Just a much smaller version, but still has quite a lot here to offer. Here you got some more, you know, rules. Although some people have like, you know, their own scooter that can go well past that speed limit. But just be careful if you do out here, because there are, you know, people that have children. Be very wary of that. Yeah, this is where this area begins to remind me of Shenzhen just a little bit. You can see these two massive sort of half sphere buildings. You can clearly see right here, that's a sprinkler. So that's why the grass is so, you know, green to an extent. Another one. So obviously there's you know, a system going on here to where it's an upkeep for the grass. Because if it's super dry and super hot in the summertime, and then you have all this green grass, well, this grass would turn extremely brown and dried out with no water. So there you have it for that. Oh, look. And there's sprinklers. I would have thought this would have came on at night, but what is this little guy doing? Yeah, you must be from New York. You're that comfortable with being this close to me. But I'm actually tempted to just walk over here and just go up there. It doesn't look that high of a hike, but there are some people up there. I don't know if you can see that. Once again, sorry. It's almost kind of botanical in a way. Botanical? I think it's botanical. These look like apartments here. It could be a hotel, but I'm not entirely sure. Got two of them. If it's a hotel, maybe I'll, you know, get a night and actually spend some time here and visit downtown Tempe, because that's also another place you should visit. And also Tempe Marketplace. I mean, Tempe in general is really brings me back to like New Jersey. So I mean, people from all over come out here. One thing to note, it's a perfect time right now, but during the summer, like when it's really hot and you're like near the water, you do have these very tiny little mosquitoes, and they will eat you up. But right now, seems to be pretty good, and my legs are doing just fine. Because normally when I wear shorts, it's like my legs are just eaten up by those damn things. You can see like sort of a resort style. Like I said, I don't know what this is. This could be really expensive apartments or just hotels. And you actually have mountainside fitness here. Surprised they don't have a Lifetime Fitness here. I'm actually thinking of switching my membership from EOS to Lifetime. A little bit expensive, but yeah. And you can see the mountain back there. Actually, you could probably get to the mountain that way. I don't know. So this area sort of, I guess it is one of them. Reminds me of Shenzhen. It's very nice. I think there's also another side that I want to go to. Just look at this. Look how green this grass is. This is not fake grass. Once again, we're in Arizona, and you would not think, you know, you probably think guns and, you know, cowboy boots, cowboy hats, which, yeah, that's out here. But it's super dry, super hot. Gila monsters, rattlesnakes everywhere. No, no, no. You will be mistaken. Arizona has quite some wonderland areas, and it's not just Tempe. There's things all around Arizona. I mean, you have Sedona, Prescott, you have Flagstaff, you have Mesa, Chandler, Gilbert, obviously Tempe. You have Scottsdale. I mean, Scottsdale is where rich people go. That's an area where if you want to feel broke, not that you want to, why would anyone want to, but yeah, go to Scottsdale. But yeah, like I said, just this area alone, at night, there's quite some good lighting, very subtle. And another thing to note, actually, just across from this area, this building here is extremely beautiful at night, and it's like some pretty decent shopping over there. It's not like, I wouldn't say it's like Scottsdale quarter type of vibe, but actually, yeah, it's that kind of vibe, but I wouldn't say that type of shopping or whatever like that. It's a few like restaurants or whatever like that, but yeah, and this nice bridge. I've actually driven on this bridge, and it was like a sunset. It was very beautiful. I've ridden the scooter many times on that bridge too. Yeah, it's just really nice. So if you actually look on this side, I believe that's Hole in the Rock. I could be wrong, but it's on this side. And something else that I've also hiked on over there. You have Hole in the Rock, and then some sort of trails. I forgot what it was. I'll pretty much put it up if I remember. So yeah, like in this area here, you have this architecture. A lot of people take photos here. Very green grass. And at night, a lot of this stuff is lit up. This area really reminds me of Shenzhen. Even though it's not that much like shopping over here, it's more so like corporate. Still, Shenzhen is also known for being pretty much a corporate sector. And it's so nice how they set this up. Actually, what's funny is you can actually see inside of this office here, there's like I can't zoom in that much, but it's like like ping pong or some sort of basketball court thing, basically an office. So that's kind of nice. You can just, you're working, take a break, and you can look out at the lake here, and then especially sunset. So I'm gonna just give a pan around. Arizona beauty. And also another thing to note, you have back in this area the Arizona State University college, and it's a very big college, I believe in the nation actually. And when you come to Arizona, you're going to realize that when you go to like certain stores, you'll see like a lot of the Arizona State University merch and whatnot. I think I've actually seen some at truck stops, if I'm not mistaken, too, out here. But yeah. Right, so I'm currently on this this dirt path. Plan for me now, because we're pretty much getting to the end of this. You can keep going further back, and like I said earlier, it loops around basically, and you're just walking all the way along this side. So I think I'll probably find a Lime scooter, rent one, and take it a little further out, if I can find one. All right, so right now we're on that bridge that I was talking about earlier, like right in the middle here. You can see all the corporate offices and whatnot. This is just gorgeous, man. And we're gonna walk to this side now. And even though I said I've been over here, I've never like really checked in depth. So I'm thinking if I want a coffee, maybe I'll grab one, see what's actually over here. And as I get closer to this side, I can actually smell the burgers. Good old burgers and fries. And I'm pretty sure some steaks as well. All right, so we are pretty much in the area. It's actually called Aura watermark. So it smells like really good food in this area. Ooh, coffee and tea, okay. Just called DRNK. Dry bar, crumble cookies, hello sugar. Yeah. So yeah, very upscale looking places. It's like a miniature Scottsdale Quarter, if I'm being honest. Although Scottsdale Quarter has like a, in the middle of it, there's like a splash pad and all that stuff. So as we come out here, this looks more like residency. That's kind of cool. Dude, I just came across a car that had New Jersey plates on it. I always get so excited seeing that. I need to see more people from Jersey over here, man. Don't flood it over here. Just visit. Because you're going to have to get used to that heat. And if you're not used to it and it being dry, yeah, don't come here complaining. But still, it's nice to see y'all, man, every now and then. So yeah, we were on that side, crossed that bridge, went through that little, shopping area. And we're going to take this side. I said I was going to, rent a Lime bike, but I'll walk, get some steps in. Look at this. Gorgeous flowers here. And you can actually see, you can bring a boat, you can tie it up here. Basically how you do that is, I'll show you where you would park and bring in your gear. Yeah, this place definitely has aura, that's for sure. Alright, so as you can see right here is where you can park, right? And then you have an area where you can, back up, put your boat down here. It's just really nice to have the freedom to do that. Marina boat launch. And you can go fishing here. Oh, we get to see what fish are here. Wow, no way. Oh, you actually have a limit on catching these. That's cool, that's nice. Largemouth bass. I only know about this because Red Dead Redemption. Rainbow trout, oh yeah. I believe these have like a pink on top and maybe green at the bottom. I'm not sure, don't quote me. Yeah. So they do have public restrooms. So that's actually quite nice. Seems like the men are on this side, women are on that side. So it looks like you can actually rent some gear here. North Shore Water Sport Rentals. Shout out to them. Open 24 hours. Huh. Interesting. Also, if you're on this side, basically the opposite side of the corporate buildings, if you want to go a little bit faster on your scooter, your bike, or whatever you have, definitely do it on this side. This side is quite empty most of the time, just because, there's not too much on this side. It's pretty much just a straight path, and you can just shoot your bike or your scooter all the way down and just be free, especially once you pass the bridge that I'm going to be, I have to cross to get back to my car. Literally, you can just be, bro, you can go 100 miles an hour if you want to. Like, no one's back there. Not that I condone, riding anything that fast, but just saying. You can also see a lot of this art that they have. I'm not sure how this was like made or who put this together, but yeah, a lot of art put together. Like real life pictures too. Yeah, it pretty much just keeps going along this wall at a certain point. Woo. And they actually have a volleyball court on this side. They have about 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. So I actually like playing volleyball. I did a lot of volleyball when I was in high school. Not for sport, but in gym class. I actually thought about taking it serious, but I was like, I'll just become a truck driver. This is the bridge that we're back at again. That's the Tempe Arts Center. So this is what I was talking about earlier. This part of the bike path. So all this over here, you know, you do like 20 miles an hour. But once you get to like right here and you go this way, you could pretty much just gun it. So they actually don't have too many more signs that say like the 20 mile per hour mark and all that stuff, because no one really walks that way. It's not much, it's just a bike path. But we're about to walk on the bridge. And like I said, this bridge it's really nice at night. They have like these bluish sort of lights that come up. It's like a turquoise, if I remember correctly. Yeah. And it's really just a chill area. Like a lot of people, you know, they'll chill on the side, obviously out of the way of the you know, the bikes and the scooters and stuff. You know, people walking their kids and all that stuff. But yeah. So yeah, that pretty much sums up this this video. Basically just looping around again. I'm gonna go ahead and get home and get some damn protein in my diet right now, because I actually just finished leg day. Hit a PR today of 295 pounds narrow stance at 175 pound body weight. So pretty cool, pretty excited about that. Hopefully I go, you know, a little bit higher and further, safely obviously, but plus I got work in the morning. I got to get up at like 3 in the morning. So I would like to get some sunset shots, but I don't want to do too much. And like I said, I do need to go home and eat. So, but yeah, man, catch y'all next time. Thanks for watching.